Today, we're going to look at from Mattel's WWE Legends Series 25, Sycho Sid. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at a brand new release figure, and it is Sycho Sid from Mattel's WWE Legends Series number 25. Now this series that just released, man, it is awesome. It's got some absolute bangers in it, and Sycho Sid is one of them. Now, I will honestly say Sycho Sid, Sid Vicious, Sid Justice, he was never my favorite character of all time, but the more I watch his matches, the more I appreciate him. He did do a fabulous job. Such a big guy, an imposing force, absolute 100% WWE type wrestler. Just so big and so strong, and the power bombs he gave, and he just flipped them up, and he would just throw them down. Except for that one time he did Hogan. He went all the way down to his knees and slammed him, and that was a good one. But yeah, Sycho Sid, Sid Vicious, just passed away, I don't know, 6 months ago, a heart attack. But he lived a good long life and is an absolute stud, in my opinion. But let's take a look at the packaging. We have this awesome Legends box here, and it's staying the same so far. I mean, it has evolved over time, but the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 series has been like this, with this kind of coffin-shaped box. But it says Series 25 up here, Elite Collection. As we know, all these Legends, well, I should say all of them, because the Dusty Rhodes just released was an Ultimate. But for the most part, with this type of packaging, they're all going to be your elites. You got your WWE Legend there. Like I mentioned, this coffin-shaped window box there. Sycho Sid there. Mattel, 8 years of age and over there. This side, good picture of Sid. Sycho Sid here. Elite Collection there. Series 25 there. On this side, everything's the same, except they put the Legends logo right there, and I do like that. I got to get my glasses on. All right, on the top, you have that window box, let light in if you're on a shelf. Bottom, warning, copyrights, labels, barcodes. And on the back, check it out, Legends logo there. We have our certified authentic hologram right there. Cross sell. Now, this is what I'm talking about, a great cross sell right here. We have Sycho Sid, Ravishing Rick Rude, Bret the Hitman Hart, and Justin Hawk Bradshaw. Pretty good cross sell, if you ask me. Usually there's 1 or 2 that I don't want, and I guess I should say actually there is one on here, but it's not because I didn't like the guy. It's just the Bret the Hitman Hart, they're just not getting it right enough for me. I'm going to hold out until they get one really good. I'll probably pick him up when he goes into clearance, which is usually around $13, sometimes even down to $11. And it says Sycho Sid, and I'll read what it says. WWE Champion, WCW World Heavyweight Champion, WCW United States Champion. Sycho Sid was one of the most physically imposing superstars in WWE history, and at the top of his game when he walked into WrestleMania 13 as WWE Champion. There, Sid defended his title against Undertaker and has since gone down in the record books as the only person to perform in multiple WrestleManias and only the main event. Let's go ahead and get him out. I'm going to take him from the side as I do on this. I usually take my figures out of the bottom, but on this series here and this box type, you really got to take it out of the side. And that's okay. It works out pretty good this way. Now, I like to get my knife in here. You got to get in between the flaps. There's 2 flaps that go over each side. So make sure you get in between that. If you keep your packaging. If not, just rip it open. But I just cannot stand throwing my boxes away. I love the box art, and I think so much thought and time and preparation is put into that. I just can't get away from it. But all right, let's reach in here and pull Sycho Sid out. There he is, and I will get his in there. That's empty there. There's your backdrop there. Kind of got a platform here to stand your figure for some glamour shots if you wish. We'll set that to the side. And here is Sycho Sid in his plastic coffin. Check it out. All right, we will go through his accessories first, and that his accessories, other than what is on the actual figure, is all hands. So there's nothing in here other than hands to get out first. And the first ones I'm going to get out is going to be a right and left open hand. He's going to shake some hands here, or maybe he's going to give you a choke slam or a chop. But two splayed out open hands right there. And the next hands we're going to get a right gripping hand and a left pointing hand. There you go. Got that index finger out. He's calling somebody out there. And that is it. So now we have to cut him out. He does have ties, and it looks like there's 4 ties, so not that bad. All right, I think I finally got him. Some of those were hard to get. They was in a bad position. All right, flip him over, grab Sid Vicious by the toe. Up he comes, and Sycho Sid has been resurrected. There's your empty coffin there. Set that to the side. Get these ties out of here, and let's take a look. Wow. This is really good looking. Wow. I cannot. This head sculpt is way better than I thought it was going to be. Man, it looks good. Let's go through articulation first. Head, hardly any movement at all. Let me see. Maybe it just needs loosened up. There we go. But hardly any down and up. Man, very, very little. That's really disappointing. A little left and right. Let's see. How easy? Pretty easy to pop off, so that's good. Now, this is the only Sycho Sid I have, so or Sid Justice, Sid Vicious. I'm just going to call him Sycho Sid and just imagine that I'm covering all his personas. But, yeah, this is the only one I have, so there's really no other heads I can swap out for them at this point. All right, shoulder goes all the way around, single-jointed, let's see, double-jointed, pinless elbow. Man, these elbows are nice. They're moving really good. But yeah, double jointed. There is an upper arm cut. Wrists go down and back up. Yep, so pretty good movement here. Wrists all the way around. So far, nothing is really tight or really loose on this. I would say it's pretty perfect so far. We've got to get this belt off. Wow, it's going to be hard to get off because it is underneath this vest. I'm going to leave the vest on by now. We'll go over this belt in a minute. He's got that elite style ab crunch, which that does give him a lot of looking down and a lot of looking up, but just not enough for me. You know me. I want my guy to look up, especially when he's pinning you. All right, waist will go all the way around. He's got, check out these hips. Oh, wow. That's one of the less splits I've seen. Of course, Sycho Sid's not doing a whole lot of splits. Let's see, upper thigh cut there. He does have the big boot. Pretty good big boot there. He can get that way up there. Of course, his back is hindered by that hip like all the elites. He's got nice, smooth, double-jointed pin knees. You can see that pin right there when I bend it, straighten it out, and it's hidden behind that knee pad there. He has an upper boot cut. Ankle rockers and the really good updated ankles that I absolutely appreciate from Mattel. Those are so much better. But yeah, this is a good figure. Now, let's take a look at Sid now. This face sculpt is amazing. I think they hit the nail right on the head. Maybe would have liked a closed mouth, kind of just a look, but man, that looks a lot like him. The hair is great. Kind of a sandy blonde hair there. The vest is pretty good. Now, I normally don't care for these hard plastic vests, but this the leather, you know, if you're going for a leather, you pretty much have to use plastic or a fake leather, and this is pretty good. It seems like it's going to be hard to get off. Let's see. Can I get it off? Definitely looks like this guy's going to go into a bar. He's going to hop off his Harley Davidson, walk into a bar, drink about 50 beers, and beat somebody's butt. So, yeah, that vest is nice. Like I said, being leather, it's okay to be hard. It's better that you don't want a soft goods like leather vest. Now, I'm thinking it feels like it's even already a little more pliable. So as you play with that, I think that's going to loosen up a little bit and not be so stiff. So we'll set that there. It does have silver buttons on it, but everything else is black, and that's okay. I think your leather jackets are like that. All right, here he is. Man, this guy is cut up. Now, he was big, dude. I'm thinking maybe he should be a little wider for Sid Justice, but the chest area, just a little bit wider. I think it would have been good to use a torso like that. Just a bit. And his legs are really ripped up, and I don't know if that's totally accurate, but it looks like he's doing squats right now, but he's just standing here. So out of the box, he has the opposite of this set of hands that I had, which is a pointing hand and a gripping hand. He has this big black elbow pad on it, and that comes off really easy. Of course, I don't think you would ever want to not have this on, because I don't remember Sycho Sid not having this pad on. But yeah, the black knee pads, black boots, absolutely no paint applications. He does just have painted on wrist tape. I would like to see some sculpt lines there maybe. But overall, this is awesome. Really good. I am really surprised at this. Let's go ahead and get a comparison, because I think this guy was, in real life, was he 6'7", 6'8", maybe? So let's see. Put him with let's go with a Rock here. Ultimate Rock. And yeah, I would think that this is probably pretty accurate. I think the Rock is 6'5", 6'6". So yeah, much bigger than the Rock. So that's good. I remember as a kid, scaling was one of the most important things to me with my wrestling figures, my LJNs. I didn't want to have my Andre the Giant the same height as everybody else. Now, the likeness was important, but really that scaling really was important to me as a kid. I didn't want my Andre being the same height as my Greg Valentine. He had to be much taller, and he was. They did a good job with that scaling. But let's check out the belt. It is the Winged Eagle WWE Heavyweight Championship belt, and this is awesome. Very, very shiny. It's not that dull paint that you get with your main event line. So this is really good. Paint applications are good. We'll get some close-ups of that. Very nice belt. And then, like I mentioned, we talked about the vest and our hands. Let's see, can we change our hands? So right now he's got a right point, left grip, so he can hold his belt like this, hold it up. He can get the other gripping hand and hold it over his head if you want. You got pointing this way. Let's see how hand pops off easy. We'll get the double point action, which I think he would do this every once in a while. He'd point at you and say, come on, buddy, you're mine. And then we get these hands off. And then let's try on the open hands. Very nice. First thing that's loose is this hand. You can see that thing spin around. So it's going to be hard for him to hold certain things, because that will want to spin around on you. Let's see. He'll still hold his belt like that. But, yeah, pretty loose there. Pretty loose on that. And it is both of them. It is both wrists. But if that's the only thing I'm complaining about, it's all right. Now, let's try to get this vest back on. How hard is it to get back on? I mentioned that it was getting pliable. Well, it feels like it's kind of stiffened back up already. But my room right here is pretty cold. I would say it's probably 62 degrees in here, thereabouts. So it's a little chilly, a little bit chilly. It's not warm. And yeah, vest back on. And I think I would probably display him on my shelf with the vest because that looks good. That looks really, really good on him. Man, I can't believe the likeness of this. The only thing I don't like is the loose wrist and the really cut up legs there. But other than that, man, this guy is a beast. But yeah, man, I like it. I like it. I'm going to get him in some power bomb positions, see how we can do with that. And that's going to be it. Thank you all for watching. I intend to get all the rest of this Series 25 Legends out as soon as I can, but that's it for Sycho Sid Mattel Legends Series 25. Until next time, oh yeah.